2, 1, now. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Friday Teaming with Armour Cooney. I'm Mark Bradley, and we also are with.
I'm Roy.
Hi, I'm Tom. Oh.
And I'm Rory from Armour Cooney as well.
And Tom also from Armour Cooney.
Excellent. We've been away for a little while, but we're back by popular demand. Our fan has requested that we make another video, so we are making another video. Today we're going to take it easy. We've been working on our streaming setup, so hopefully it's better than last time. We'll see. So we're just going to take things easy with our kata today, and we're going to do the Roman numeral kata. The idea of the kata is we are going to implement a function that takes an integer and returns a Roman numeral representation of that integer. So if you can remember your Roman numerals, I is 1, 2 i's is 2, 3 i's is 3, and then it gets a little bit more complicated as we go on. And by the end of the video, the three of us will be subject matter experts on Roman numerals. Out of interest, who has done this kata before? I know I have, but not for a while.
So I have, and I just thought I haven't done this for a while or for quite a long time, so it'll be a good one to do. And then, like, I kind of remembered, like, how to do it, and now I'm like, oh, okay, must be quiet and let it go where it goes, wherever it goes. So
okay, cool.
Similar position to the two of you. I have done this kata, but not for at least a few years,
Cool.
so I don't remember much of any.
I do have an interesting thought about this, which I'd like to get opinions on if we get to the end.
Okay, let's see what we get.
Let's see if we do.
Cool. Okay. So who wants to drive first? Tom, do you want to take the first test?
Yeah.
Can I have the first test?
Yeah, can do.
Okay.
Where is our test? There we go. So, okay. What would you like me to do?
Oh, I forgot we're doing this whole driver navigator thing and we tell you. So I suppose the easiest thing would probably we could pass a 1 in and expect a single I back.
Yeah.
That seems.
And what we got? We've got a get temp at the moment. So
Yeah.
let's not call it get temp. What should we call it?
2 numeral.
Numeral 1. Create the method. There we go. And let's get rid of this one as well. It's not letting me do. Oh, it is. Safe delete. There we go. And cool. So if I run the test, let's see if that works. Seems like it does. Excellent. Okay, so missing return statement. Return. Let's just do an empty string for a minute. See if it make sure it fails. Oh, there we go. So expected I actually got that. Everyone happy with that?
Yep.
So what shall I do? Just hard code the I for step 1.
Yeah.
If I run that again. And should we give this I? Should we call it input or something instead? Number, input, decimal. What should we call it?
I was about to say int, just to be really annoying. Number, yeah.
I mean, integer is not inaccurate in that we are only going to do whole numbers.
True.
Yeah. Unsigned. It should be natural, really, shouldn't it? It should be a natural number because it's well, not even natural, right? Because 0. I think 0 is an interesting case. Anyway, I've got a green. So
Excellent.
So what should we do? Are we going to like pass around? Or am I going to keep going on a timer? What's the plan?
I don't know. We hadn't planned it, have we? We should have been more organised with our mobbing. See, we're rusty.
Should we just do one? Should we just rotate round one test each?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So would you like to go next, Mark?
Yes. Okay, I shall take the keyboard. Okay. My team. What should I test next?
You should start. You should definitely move to the test file.
Oh, I'm such a professional.
Rory,
Okay.
Rory, do you want to go for the next one?
Sure. I mean, let's go with, 2 eyes.
2 eyes. Okay. So 2 returns 2 eyes. Okay, I shall run the tests. The test fails. I've got 2, so I shall go into my code. And I can do something like if number greater than 1. Oh, sorry, I'm in Python mode. I've been doing Python all week. There we go. Return. Nice. I think that'll do it. Let's run that. Awesome.
Can we go back to the test and I was going to say, can we rename the top test?
Yeah.
But before we do that, just a fun conversation. Does anybody use the should naming for tests, or are you aware of it?
Saying what it should do.
So you, instead of calling it Roman numeral test, you call it Roman numeral should, and then each test you can complete the sentence.
Oh, okay.
I know.
So what?
Some people do it, some people don't.
Rename that to test.
Yeah. So you'd have to hit F6 on that.
Okay. Is that going to break my Maven setup? Is the question.
It shouldn't do.
Shouldn't do. Let's see.
Do.
Shift F6. No, F6. Roman numeral should.
Just run that first. See if it still runs.
Yeah.
Why has it got an unders?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, but there's a regex that's kicked in. Okay. No, never mind that. You can ignore that if you want.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't mind it. If you want to put it back, go for it. It was just a thought.
So. Yeah. Okay.
It was just because you wrote that, so it read like Roman numeral test that thing, and I, just made me think the other way is the should, and then you could say like return 2 when given 1 or something.
So I know that. So I did that because I've done this last time. I did this. I was doing this with someone I was coaching. I know that 1 doesn't work at the start. So you can't do 1 returns. Oh, hang on. You happy with my naming now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. 2 tests are passing. So Rory, over to you.
Sure. 3.
I think that seems reasonable. Yeah.
The question is here. Yep. Is whether we do something like a greater than, or do we go further and do something like, my Java is I'm not very experienced with Java, but can you do number times I?
You can't, but I think that's what we need to do. But
yeah,
it's probably a good way to. It's a good place to start, right? Because I'll tell you what. Let's just make it green. So should we just put another if in for a second, and then we got something we can refactor.
Greater than 2.
That should be green. Yeah. So I think we need to because we're going to have to start concatenating stuff together to create a string, right? But if I remember right, and somebody please correct me, or maybe Java's move forwards, is it's not just simple string manipulation. You've got to start using string buffers. Is that a thing?
Can't remember.
I might be wrong about that.
Um,
Maybe you could just do plus equals. We can try
just do plus equals for now, yeah. And
let's see if that works. But I have a funny memory of string buffers.
okay. So, do you want to have a go at doing the plus equals, Rory?
I mean, yep, I'm happy to refactor it. So something like, what are we thinking? You have a result equals this.
Yeah, it's not as it. Yes, but you need to put a var in front of that.
Bar result equals that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can do, what can you do? Result
Oh, nice. Yeah.
plus equals I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do the same here. And then we're up to 2.
One more at the bottom.
Then one more at the bottom, which we just always do, and then return results.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need some semicolons.
Semicolons, yeah.
Maybe you don't need string buffers. I think this was a horrible memory.
Nice.
So that's a sort of that's a refactor there.
Should we turn that into a loop?
Yeah.
Sure.
So maybe if you just on that first if, you could just change that to while number is greater than 0.
Are you going to go for a while straight off?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I think
Okay.
I think that's what I do. So
While number greater than 0.
yeah, and then we'd want to say result plus equals I, and then number minus equals 1. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that plus equals not got a thing? Is that not a Java-y thing?
It works on line 11.
Yeah,
Oh,
so let's just I can start.
yeah, no. Interestingly, it's upset about it, doing it in a for loop. So that's interesting.
Okay.
And it's telling you, it's telling you to create a string builder. let's make that pass, and then let's see what the IntelliSense is telling us.
Okay.
They all passed.
Okay. It's obviously just not enterprise enough.
Yeah, let's see what it says. Convert to result from string to string builder. Let's click that button.
Do you want me to?
I did it.
Okay, cool. There we go.
There we go.
Everything is still passing, so we sort of refactored it.
Cool.
So I guess now we do number 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So who's writing? That's back to Tom, isn't it?
Back to me, yeah. So I'll write the test. I know what. Well, in fact, before I write the test, can we take this up here?
Oh, hang on, before Tom.
Get rid of these, just because easier, or prettier.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that work? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I think I know what to write for the next one.
Okay.
The test, at least. Four. Give that a run. We have a failing test. So, how are we going to do this one?
I would, in all honesty, for now, just put an if for, because it's...
I'm happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do it. So we're going to have to say if number equals 4.
Yeah.
Then we're going to say result. Oh, that's
Or you can just do
result.
return.
Can you do early
Just
return?
return it?
Yeah.
Okay. return IV. Okay. Shall we? What do you want to do? Do we want to keep that, or do we want to nudge that into the shape of the other one? Because we could do something. I'm thinking that rather than having an early return here, we could just change this to results dot append IV.
Okay,
And
yeah.
do number equals 4.
I think that's quite sensible.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems
So did
reasonable.
that right? Okay.
Cool.
Should the number? I'm wondering whether or not it makes. Well, let's do the next one. So over to you, Mark.
Okay. So. Right. So I will grab a test. What do you want me to test next?
Well, 5 will fail.
5 will fail. Okay. So I'm going to do 5, which is just the V.
Because that will give you IVI at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll run that.
Oh, no, of course, it's not greater than 4. It's,
Yeah. So, how do we want to solve this one?
Let's just do the same as the 4
4.
directly above.
4. No, sorry, 5, 5, 5. Save. Rerunning. Cool, and that passes.
Yeah.
Now, when I run this with groups, I have a bit of a discussion about whether it's easier. At this point, I had to start talking to them about whether it's easier to continue just going through the numbers. Because that seems like the obvious thing to do, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and keep doing that.
Yeah.
Or do you look at other kind of patterns at this point?
I think if I'm thinking pure, like red green refactor,
Yeah.
the next test has to fail. So as
Oh
much
yeah, no.
as I think,
I'm not talking about adding a non-failing test. I'm just talking about, would you now go straight to 6?
6 won't fail.
Oh no, it won't. True. Oh, we've been really good. So should we jump to 10 then?
Or
Well, I think
9.
9. I think.
Number.
9.
For IX.
Yeah, 9's going to get weird, won't it? Like 9 at the moment will fail because 9 will do what, like V
and 4
IV?
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, VIV.
No, it'll be VI. It will be VIV.
Yeah.
So it'll get 5 and 4.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the difference between whether or not we could write the 6 failing, I guess that's because we made the choice to keep returning at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like if we'd have returned these, then then like 6 would be a valid next choice.
Yeah.
But because we've been decrementing that number,
Yeah.
interesting.
So that's quite interesting because we've almost accidentally covered a feature.
Yeah. But I think it's an interesting point, right? Because I think early returns and guard clauses are a great way to program.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that, that idea of having a single return at the bottom, just returning once. Is that like that from structured programming? I forget. But that's interesting. That's another way to do it. But I think for me, like guard clauses should be kind of guard clauses. They're like, don't carry on, as opposed to a calculation of the final result. I'm not sure I'm saying that quite right, but so I think because we started capturing the result, then I feel like guard clauses should be reserved for like edge cases, error cases, like check at the beginning, bail out. Otherwise, we got a single result at the bottom, so let's contribute to that. And I think that's what led us to this. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it makes sense. So I think hang on. It's Rory's turn to write some code, I think.
Yes.
And I think we've talked ourselves into 9 being the next test.
I think everyone agreed with that. I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we going to do this in the same sort of way? Because at the moment,
I mean, theoretically, we could consider refactoring that to a loop now. I think the 9 will reinforce that. Let's do the 9. Let's do it. And
Cool.
Reinforce. Ooh.
it's actually not what oh, because it's equals. I keep thinking it's big when it's greater than 5
Yeah.
or at least
So
5.
6 would have
So can we-
failed.
So 6 would have.
Oh.
So maybe we should do 6
interesting.
next.
Let's do
Yeah.
6. Let's do 6.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 6. And so would
Oh.
you know what? Actually,
Sorry, I
or-
wasn't paying attention then.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about these as greater than, but of course they're not.
Yeah. No, that's how I started it. So. And fun fact, we have 1 viewer. Hey, hello viewer. Feel free to join in the chat.
Yeah. So
And tell your friends
let's
about
make
how
the
cool this
5.
is. Sorry.
Should we make the 5 greater than? That will pass the 6, I think.
If number is greater than or equal to 5.
Yeah.
That will do that. And that should also do 7 and 8 then. as
Yeah,
well.
but
Yeah.
can we? I think an interesting point here. If we go back to the implementation,
Yeah.
it's because we've got a greater than equals, we've got an equals, and we've got a greater than.
Yeah.
Like, I think we can make all of those consistent. So if we made it greater than equal to 4, and make the number greater than or equal to 1, then it's greater than and equal to all of them. And I don't think that changes the behavior at all,
But makes it a bit easier to read.
but makes it more consistent.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable.
Okay, so what were you saying? You want to move the what?
So
change-
9, 12,
Yeah.
make that to greater than or equal to 4, even though it's only ever going to be 4 because
Yeah.
one above. And then this on line 17, make that greater than or equal to 1. Actually, it's a while though, so don't copy the if.
Oh yes. Well, while number is greater than.
Yeah.
That will work. So yes.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that will be fine.
So it's just makes it a bit more consistent.
Yes. So that's fine. Okay. So what should happen here is 6. 6 now works. 7 is VII, so that will work.
Hmm.
8 will work as well, but 9 will fail.
Yes.
Does someone want to go and do 9? I think it's Tom's turn.
Is it my go?
I'm also wondering when we're going to get
No.
to Tom's teaser that he teased at the beginning of.
We
If
can,
we get
we can
there, I'm
actually
gonna
we can actually have that conversation now because it's relevant. Well, we've covered enough.
Okay.
Cool. So BIB. So that's not what it should be. So I'm just going to jam in 9. It is IX, isn't it, at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, run that now. Okay, if I run that, let's have our teaser
Hang on,
moment.
I think your test is
Oh,
wrong.
no.
You need to change the line 42. There needs to be an X.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
That's right.
I don't know what I've done now.
It's, it's the expected, I thought.
That's it. Yeah.
Run. Sorry, I think there's when I hit the run thing, it has a little bit of lag. Cool.
No.
Let's have.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to have my little weird conversation then about this? The thing that frustrates me about this kata.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Please do.
So this is leading us along the typical implementation, right? We have these different numbers that result in different symbols.
Yeah.
Now, if we talk about how a Roman numeral is constructed,
yeah,
you know, the actual thought process behind it, and we talk about we have the next symbol, but if it's one less, you put the I in front of it. If it's beyond that, you go after up for 3 of them, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's logic to that, right? There's a programmatic logic to that thing.
Yeah.
That like you could program that, but the way that we're doing this kata and the way this kata is often done, and quite frankly simplifies the thing, is we use some of those compound letters as the symbols. So rather than saying that I is one letter and V is one letter, and then, you know, that's that, and then we combine them, we're saying that 4 is its own thing. Like this IV is like its own like digit, if you like.
Yeah.
And that annoys me a little bit. It's like the actual solution is quite nice. You know, it's simple. It's as simple as it could possibly be, and you can rationalize IV as being like a single symbol, like in the Welsh alphabet, right? In the Welsh alphabet, some of the letters in the Welsh alphabet are double letters. They're 2 letters put together.
Yep.
So maybe that's a perfectly valid way to do it, but I kind of, you know, part of me thinks it's not really the true way that you think up the Roman numerals in your head.
No,
and I know that's not what you're trying to do with a program. With a program, you want a good solution, but it's something that always annoys me slightly about the solution of it. It's like it's elegant and it's nice and it solves the problem, but it doesn't solve it the way that like I want it to.
Yeah. No, that makes
Maybe
sense.
Maybe we should try it the other way at some point.
So well that's an interesting point, because that's kind of where my thoughts were. So if I'm running this or I'm doing it on my own, I tend to do it in this way. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, because hard coded 1, hard coded 2, hard code 3, and then get myself to the point where I'm looping over doing I's. But then I stop myself and I go, okay, what's the next easiest thing to do? Where can I continue this pattern? And then I move to doing 10s. So I do 10, 20, 30. And then hundreds, 100, 200, 300, and then thousands. So I look at that pattern first and make that as simple as possible, as simple as possible, as simple as possible. And then I start doing combinations. So like hundreds and tens, and then stuff like that. So I wonder if doing it that way would, like, that continues that you're growing out it programmatically, and you only get to that kind of that complexity of one before as kind of almost one of like the latest tests.
Yeah, okay. I'd be keen to try that some other time.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting, because it comes out a bit different, because basically what you do is you start with creating a load of different loops, and then you combine the loops together and flatten it out.
I think what's quite interesting with this is that, you know, using that TDD approach with this, it definitely, you know, if you haven't thought too hard about, you know, like the different possibilities, if you're just counting up as we've been doing here, it sort of takes you in this direction, right? Especially when you're like, okay, well, if it equals 4, return IV. And actually, you know, the final result of this is, of this journey, I think is you couldn't really get it much more elegant, right? Like, because there's a finite number of symbols and all of that, it's not a big complicated problem, and that's definitely a benefit. Like if I wasn't doing TDD and I was sitting down and I just, you know, didn't have a huge amount of experience doing this, I would sit down and I would try to think about all of that process in my head. Okay, well, if it's divisible by 4, then maybe like I put the lower digit in front of the higher one, and all of this kind of stuff, and make my life really hard and make the problem really hard. Yeah. So it's definitely a fantastic example to sell TDD.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's also an interesting deviation from how I want it to look.
That's fair enough. Yeah. And there's also another way of doing it as well, which I've also done, is where actually the first tests are single I, single V, single X, single, where are we? L, C, and stuff like that. So just check the characters first as well. That kind of
I think
takes a different approach.
I think I've done it that way round before.
So, should we get back to writing some code?
Yeah. Thanks for indulging my madness.
No, that's all right. So, and I think it's that thing of like that different approaches from your testing bring you to the same answer, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's my turn to write a test.
Okay. I'm noticing the IDs also. I don't know if it's telling us off, but it's the fact that we're changing the input parameter is forcing it to do a little underline and say, should you be doing that?
Okay.
But it's not. It's not displaying it as an error. I think it's just letting you know.
Just nudging you in the right direction. Okay. What do we want to add as the next test? So we've done 9.
I think we got one of I think we either do 10.
Yeah.
Or we could refactor what we've already got at this point, right?
Okay.
Like we've got four cases that look incredibly similar at this point.
Okay. So I'll go over to the code. What do we want then?
Can I suggest a thing? See all the ifs?
Yep.
If we turn all the ifs to whiles, does it still pass?
Should I do one at a time and run the tests?
Nah.
Okay, fine.
It's all or nothing.
Excellent. I mean, we're not doing TCR today, so, you know, let's go for the...
Yeah. So we have four identical blocks with different values in them.
Yep.
So we could put all of them in a loop, which means that we're going to have to remember how to loop over 2 values in Java. Is that a map? We're going to build a map?
Yeah.
You could do probably nicer. I mean, the other way would be to do an array of arrays.
Array of tuples. Yeah, it could be array of tuples. I don't mind. You decide, Mark. You're the one who's going to have to remember the Java standard library.
Yeah. Let's go with map, shall we?
Yeah, map KV is probably a generic with a key and a value, right?
Yeah.
Int string.
Do it that way, yeah. Int string. Okay. What are we going to call it?
Hang on. You might have to. That int is underlined. You might have to use integer. I think. Let's have a look.
Okay, that's fine. That worked.
Okay.
Equal. What we going to call the map?
Symbols. Something like that.
Symbols, yeah. Equals. New hash map.
Yeah, new hash map. Yeah. Is that the map on the left? Is that upset? Is it just not imported? Should it be imap or something stupid like that?
Don't know. It's just
maybe it's just hash map.
It's angry. It does. Apparently, map doesn't exist. So let's just call it hash map.
Yeah.
There we go. Cool.
Do you remember how to initialize it?
No. Oh, I did this. Go on. Can you?
No, I can't. I feel like you do it with braces, and then you have to like put each thing in.
Yeah.
I'll Google it. Java hash map literal. How to initialize a hash map in a literal way. Oh,
okay. You're not going to use the put then. Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
Okay, so instead of, I don't know, for Java 9 or higher, so apparently apparently map should exist. So I don't know why map didn't exist. But apparently we can do map. So instead of new map, we can do like map of. So if you do, is there hash map.of? It says map should exist according to this.
No.
Is there an of?
No.
But there's no map. Apparently, according to...
Which version? I don't know which version of Java I'm using. Hang on.
Oh, that might be the problem. You might be using an old Java.
Yeah, it might be. I've done it for a while.
Okay, so let's have a look. Hash map literal. Initialize a hash map.
You could do map of and then give it.
Yeah, I think the problem it looks like we might be using a version of Java that's too old. Oh no, it's OpenJDK 18. It says on the bottom.
Yeah.
That should definitely work.
So I got map of.
Oh, there we go. Let's do that then.
Yep. Okay. And then.
Cool. So map of, and then I think it's just like each parameter, like you just give it parameters as pairs. So it's like parameter 1, comma parameter 2, comma parameter 3, comma parameter 4.
So like 9.
Yeah, 9, comma,
and
then the symbol.
There we go. IX.
And then you just go.
5.
Yeah.
And 4 is Ivy. And 1 is I.
Comma missing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So I think you need to just do map integer string symbols equals map of. In fact, I think you just do var, right? Just try var.
Far. Get rid of that line. Okay, that looks good.
You could do a var on the line above as well. I think you just do var result equals string builder. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
So now I want to loop over the map, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the easiest way to do that?
I feel like there's probably a map.entries or something like that.
So symbols dot.
So let's have a look again. My Java's pretty forgotten at the moment. So you can do 4. So 4, and then you do var, whatever it might be, var.
Am I doing just a normal for loop?
Yeah, it's just a for loop, but
Okay.
you want to do for something. So for var.
Sign?
No, not that for loop. Sorry.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
No.
Right.
Get rid of that. Yeah. So for, and then open parentheses.
Yeah.
Var. And then entry. Let's just do entry. I don't know if this is quite right at the moment, but let's try entry, and then do space colon, and then you do what's it like our symbols.
Dot.
Is there a dot entries or something like that?
No.
Or maybe, okay, let's just. So the
Values?
question is-
There's values. Is that
So
what-
no, values is just going to be the value. So maybe we don't even need to. Okay, so okay, no, that's exactly right. So that's it. So just symbols, and then you open your parentheses. Yeah. Oh, why is it not happy with that? Oh no, map dot. There's not a dot entry. Oh dear. Key set dot values dot entry set. Is there a dot entry set?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Cool. And then that should allow you to have entry dot key get key and entry dot get value in there.
Yep. Cool. So bring a while into it, yeah?
Yeah.
So, and then number is gonna. That's gonna be key, entry dot get key, and so we'll that one, and that will now be entry dot get value. So I can
That's the one.
get rid of all this now, I think. No, broken it.
Ooh. Why?
How does the while work? Which one's failed? Which one's passed?
Is it ordered? Is that the problem?
Oh.
If I run it again,
Yes, so entry set. Yeah.
is it just going to be randomly? Yeah.
So
See,
maybe
every
there's
time I
like an
run
ordered
it,
map.
Ordered map, or you can do tuples, but it seems to involve creating like a custom tuple.
There is something called ordered map.
okay.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what we want.
That?
We can't see your autocomplete, so
No,
I don't know what
there
you're
isn't
seeing.
autocomplete. It's not completing.
No.
Java. Oh, I'm going to have to Google it. Oh. Here we go.
Oh no, sorry. It's the sorted map, but is that maybe it's sorted map? Sorted is so long as that doesn't sort the values. A map that provides total ordering on its keys.
That's what we want.
Oh, that's interesting. It is, but we want it backwards, right? So we want to.
Yes,
We're
true.
going to want to reverse that.
Okay, so what we got? Symbols dot. Oh, hang on. You can't do sorted map of.
No.
That's an interface. The sorted map.
Okay.
What implements it?
Sorted map. Two classes implement sorted map. Sorted map and navigable. Tree map and concurrent skip list map.
Okay.
So tree. We could go tree map.
Okay. Tree map. Yep.
It might not be. Yeah. Has that got an of?
No. Tree map. Map dot entry. No.
Right. Tree maps. So maybe you just got to put things into it as separate. Just do map.put or symbols.put for each one.
Okay.
So that becomes new. Symbols is fine. You can do a new so tree map becomes new tree map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Put.
Put. The yeah, and you need to.
Doesn't like put. Oh, new. That's fine.
That becomes. No, it's because you need new. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might also need to give it the.
Get rid of that.
Is that because we haven't given it the generic?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
What's it going to be? Integer.
I think you can leave it out. I think you can leave them out. It seems happy.
Okay. It's happier now.
Hang
on
on.
mine.
Yeah, but I think it was happy. Hang on, if you just did that, I think it was also happy. No, apparently not. Okay.
Cool.
Carry on.
So symbols dot entry set. So I think they're going to fail at this point. So going reverse order.
I'm wondering because it says entry set.
Yeah.
If that's a set rather than a like the set's not going to be sorted, right?
Yeah.
So maybe tree map isn't.
Okay, I'm gonna look at.
So sorted map. Let's see. So let's see what entry set. Can you see the return type of entry set? Is it a set of?
Say that again. Return type is. It's a set. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be the problem. Sorted map demo. So. Tree map.
There is a tuple in Java built in.
list of tuples. We could do list of tuples instead.
That's what I'm. Yes, that's what I'm looking at now. So I think that might be easier.
Depends whether or not we want to be. Does anybody have the strong urge to find out if this is possible with a map, or should we just revert to list of tuples?
I think a list of tuples.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. Rory, given you've looked at the format, do you want to have a?
I can try.
Let's Thank you.
Let's see. Let's see if this works for a second. So we do something like tuple not equals new tuple 9 comma by x. Does that work? Cannot resolve symbol. Can you import that?
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
No, apparently not.
I
think that's. Can I give one a go?
Please do.
See if I can. So let's do var symbols equals. What would it be? Array list, I guess. Is that the one?
Oh, it's. I might be looking at. Is the Marvin central repo has a thing called pairs and things. Great.
Array. No, how do we do this then? Array list, Java utils. So we go array list, and then is that? Oh, we need a new there. So there's our new array list, and then we can do symbols. I'm sure you can do this in a constructor style, but let's just try this one for a minute, and we can do. Should we go pair? Is there a pair? Or what could we go? You think there's a? We can't just do a tuple like this, can we? I don't think you can. No. Okay, so we need to go. No tuple pair.
Yeah.
Or Well, there was a pair, was there?
There's a pair class, yeah.
Key pair, name pair. I'm not seeing it. Immutable. Sorry, I'm looking at random things on there. Simple entry, possibly simple entry.
Okay.
I don't know what a simple entry is. I've nicked that straight from a Stack Overflow. So before we go any further, let's work out what the hell that is. So simple entry is what is a simple entry? If we go
by the look of it,
so it's just a key value. It's just key value. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with this. So we got 9, 5, 4, 1. Let's take that down and replace the one below.
You got to hang on. You just fix the bug in 1. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that does that, and it says get key. So maybe it's just. Well, what were the things in simple entry?
Is it
key and value? So is that? Yeah. Might just be that. Is that
no,
public?
It should be get key and get value. Is it because it doesn't know what it is? So do we need to say that this is an array of?
No, it should do here. I would have. We'd be getting.
There you go. It was that.
No, it's definitely. Oh, hang on. No. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That fixed the IntelliSense. It started telling me.
Hang on. Still broken on mine.
Oh right, yeah.
Okay. There we go. So it's there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Run the tests.
Let's see.
The tests run.
They're just running now.
Okay, mine seems to have disconnected.
Okay.
They're just taking a while.
They all passed that time. There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
I feel like there is absolutely a nicer version of that, a more literal version, but how do we want to proceed?
So, well, I guess at this point, if we did any of the... So if we went to 10...
Yeah.
So I suppose, yeah, should we add 10 to it?
Oh, hang on a second. Just before we do that, I think we can simplify this a little bit.
But my thing is I think if we implement 10, then 20 and 30 would work. So should we look at having tests that combine things a little bit now?
What? So like more like sort of describing a property rather than
yeah.
I'm easy.
So we could have like a test of I'm not sure what to name it. We could do something like test.
Hang on. Before you do anything, I'm sorry. I was
right.
tweaking in the other one. Let's just see if that still passes.
Okay. Did you just run it? Hang on, I'll run it.
I haven't yet. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a little bit neater, isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that was nice. Right. Okay. So yeah. So my suggestion was we test that 10, 20, 30 returns right, correct, X's, something like that. Probably not the best naming.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So if we do 10, okay, we do X, and then it's 20 and 30.
Okay.
If I run that, that should fail. Yep. So I got IXI. Nice. Okay.
Cool.
And I think now the fix for that would just be to add 10 to this.
Yeah.
At the top. Oh. There we go. So that is 10. It's just an X. Save. Run.
We could also, just while we're here, we can also remove that. And, we can import this directly and it makes it a little bit less horrible.
Yeah, that's a bit better reading. Okay, let's run that. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Who wants to do the next test then?
What is the next test?
Well, we've just done the X's. Should we do the special case of X, the 40?
Is it 40? What is it? Is it XL? I'm sorry, I don't quite remember what it is.
It's what is it? It's LX. XL, yeah. Hang on. I'm going to have to Google Roman numerals.
L is 50, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is where we become subject matter experts on Roman numerals for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well,
you know. Does anyone else bore people with knowing how the scoring in bowling actually works when they go bowling with their friends now?
After I had to do a bowling kata, I did indeed. I went, yeah. That's why the maximum score is 300. Everyone just like, please, no.
Yeah. Also tennis.
Oh.
Is there a tennis scoring kata?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
You could score anything you want.
Yeah, no, I was just sitting there thinking it's one I've never done.
Yeah, tennis scoring's fun because you've got that thing where you get like a deuce and then like you go back and you need to get an advantage. You need to win by be ahead by 2.
So that's 40, and then we can do XL. That should just work.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Did I not write in the right thing?
So hang on,
Oh, you
got
can
that.
change the number. Yeah, that's right.
It's the
Is it? Is that right? It's XL because L's the next one. What's L? L is
L is 50.
50.
So 10
So we're
less.
saying 50. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So there. I mean, do I do one more? I could do 50 or something. Returns.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wrong. That. Do I do 50 as well, or should we move on? Rotate round.
I'll go on. Just do a 50, Rory. You're on a roll. Enjoy.
Do 50. 50 returns L.
Question before you run it: if we do 50, does that mean 60, 70, 80 would also pass?
I think they would. So should we do 56?
You could do a test
I
around
think
50.
do 50. Do 50, then do the. I think the others. Up to you.
It's more. Again, thinking back about adding tests that will pass.
Run the fields. I should just probably best practice run them all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could run. Yeah, because otherwise the next one is 90.
Yeah.
Because 60 should pass because it'll do 50 and then it will go 10.
So should we just jump to adding a 90 test, or?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'll pick the 90 up. Go on. That's right.
No, I was just looking at. I was just chasing up this simple. No, I was going to say I was just looking at this simple entry thing, and there is absolutely supposed to be a pair class, so I don't know why it didn't appear.
Okay. That is.
That might be. Is it Maven or something? I'm not familiar with what part of Java.
No, I'm not sure. It might also be that maybe the IDE is configured for a different version of Java. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay. I'll add 90. So 90 is. Okay, 90's done. Tom, do you want to pick up the next one?
Can do. I think this is the point that this kata kind of runs out of steam a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really a. I'm not sure what your refactoring here would be.
So I'm just doing 100. So 100 is C, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose with 100, you could just quickly to again like speed through this. You could do 100, 200, 300 as one test.
Okay. C's. Okay, well, that run. Okay, we've got some failing tests there. Or a mess. There we go, 100. So what characters have we got left? We've got M and...
I think that's it, isn't it? And then there's 500. D.
D, yeah.
D and M. That's it.
Oh.
Why didn't that work?
Did
I not do the test properly? Oh, one C missing in the test.
Okay.
Well, should we just power through the? So hang on, what have we got left? We've got XC. So we've got the C's. Then we're going to have a C.
Do we have a D? Do you have CD?
Yeah.
CD. I think that's next one, right?
Yeah, 400.
So 400.
And then how does the M work? Do you have? You don't have CM.
D.
That would be 900.
Do you have that? Do you have CM?
I'm sure you have CM for 900.
Okay, you do have CM for 900. Okay.
I think.
We go 400 should be CD.
CM, yeah.
CD or CM, hang on.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure CD. CD is right for 400.
400. CD. Right, and then we've got D for 500. D, 500. Oh, I've got quite a lag getting it to run the tests for some reason.
Yeah.
There we go. And then if that goes green, would you like to take us home, Mark?
I didn't realise we were singing today. Yeah, sure. Okay, so where are we? So that's 500. So where are we going to go though? So what, do 600? Oh, no, 600. Hang on, sorry, I'm following you, Tom. That's why it's going weird. 600 would work. It's going to pass anyway, so we want to do thousands basically.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. What's one less than 1,000?
900, yeah. Is we worked that out as
CM.
CM.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you did the wrong. You've changed the number, not the.
I did
numeral.
CM both. Thank you. 900. Okay. Yep. 900 CM. Okay, and the thousands.
I'm just so glad we went with Arabic numerals.
Okay. So. Okay, so that's passing.
Nice.
I am going to suggest we're getting up to 1:45. I need to leave in about 5 minutes to go and do school run. So should we do a quick retro?
Yes, please. While you do that, I just want to quickly see, am I mad? Does pair not exist? Pair. No, it doesn't. Are you seeing it autocomplete for pair?
Hang on a second, I'm just creating a readme. Add.
Oh, it's in the Java FX util package. That's fine.
Okay.
Never mind. Let's
Cool.
leave it as it was. Cool. Thank you. Okay.
That's all right.
Yes.
Glad, sad, mad?
That's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we doing it?
There's a readme, so if you follow me, I've just opened it.
Okay. Okay.
Is that um? Okay. Is there a mirror bot for this? Are we still streaming, by the way?
Yeah, we're still streaming. We retro streaming. We stream the retroing. Words.
Are you in the retro, like in the README, Rory?
No. Could you?
Yeah, I'll summon you. Hang on. I think I can do that. Right. Oh no. I can jump to you. Can I not pull you?
Should be able to. It's in the README, Rory. Make everyone follow you. There we go.
There you go.
Is that an hour?
Yeah,
An
I was
eight?
about to go and check my. Thank you. Cool. Any other things to add?
No, I think that's it for me.
Okay. So, oops. I think Rory's still writing. Should we go through the? Let's start with the mads. So yeah, my mad is it took me an hour to realise I needed to upgrade OBS. So I was working with Billy yesterday to get this all set up and tested, and I just could not get the sound working. Billy dropped off. I upgraded OBS, and then 2 minutes later it was all working. That was annoying. Who said what said to be mad about?
Yeah, me. There was nothing in mad when I wrote that, and what's there to be mad about? Spending a Friday afternoon, doing a kata with some wonderful people. I can complain about the stuff I was doing before this, which was making me mad, but this exercise, nothing to be mad about.
I think that one's for another stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's go up. Sads. Who forgot the standard library?
Yeah, me. It's always the case with Java, though, right? Like you give it a break, you come back, and you just rely on IntelliJ to give you all the answers. I guess that is probably the problem. I don't know what's happened. I think JetBrains have made some improvements to code with me because I seem to have a lot more power today than I have in our previous sessions. Or maybe it's just because it's Java, but it was allowing me to option click and create methods and things, which it doesn't. So a lot of that functionality is missing. I didn't try any of the refactoring commands, to be fair, but it felt like it was more powerful. But I was getting some lag, and I wasn't getting the auto completions.
Okay.
So I got some auto completions, but not much. So I don't know if that was internet connection. I just wasn't being patient enough for them to come to me, or whether or not it's just you that gets all the power.
Yeah.
But Java's the language that you rely on your auto completes.
Yeah, definitely. And I think actually, interestingly, Rory and I have been pairing using Code with Me all week to do Python, and actually it's been missing a lot, or it's felt like it's missed a lot of those things that you said. Oh, it was there, it was great. So I wonder if we need to test the languages, see which one's got the best integrations.
I mean, Java's fantastic with JetBrains on the whole, right? So it might just be that. It might just be Java's the most full-featured language.
Yeah, cool. I suggested I could have picked a little bit more of an interesting kata. Felt like a bit of a, I don't know. As you said, it got to that point where it's just churning out the work at some point. So
I don't know if it's the lack of interest. I think it was. think it was once it might have just been the muscle memory, right? Like it might just be that we've done it enough times that, you know, like we've flowed through it. I think, you know, like you were saying about taking different paths, I think that was a good conversation. I mean, we've got that. I've put that there somewhere. Yeah. It wasn't boring. It's just it is the problem with that kata is that once you get, you know, the implementations in, you're just adding things to the list of symbols. You're kind of like, you know, why am I even TDDing it at this point? I'm just, you know, adding extra data in. So maybe there's a discussion about better ways to test that bit. I don't know.
That might be an interesting discussion. I think I picked a relatively straightforward kata just because I was new to setting up all the streaming, and I wanted that to be the problem I thought about more today than anything else.
Fair enough.
Cool. So into the glads. So we'll start at the bottom. New language.
I don't think I've ever written a line of Java before. So that was a first.
Welcome to the club.
I know. I mean, I think that's probably just not I've anything. It's just not comp in my career. So that was fun.
So cool. I'm really pleased that we've done something there. High quality stream. So this is not the quality of our chat or the quality of our code. I've been keeping an eye on the streaming quality, and one of the things is the streaming quality is suggested that it's pretty good throughout the streams. So that's nice, because we've had problems with that.
We did have a complaint by Ben Nagy, I've just noticed.
That was him asking for us to start because we were 10 minutes late, and I've apologised as well to his thing, and I'll go and apologise to him in person at some point. Discussion.
He's actually said here that that, you know, like rather than apologising, you just have to use Vim next time.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mark's an Emacs, so you know.
Yeah, we found out I'm an Emacs user and he's a Vim user, and we didn't have a fight all week. It's been really good. So, discussion about different paths we could have taken.
Yeah, we touched on that already a little bit. Yeah, we could, we should. I don't know. I'm part of me saying we should try and do it like next time, but then the other part of me thinking everyone thought, you know, it was a bit of a boring kata.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do something. Maybe we should go the other way. Maybe we should go from Roman numerals to decimals, although that's probably as equally fun.
Yeah, probably.
Or we could just do it in like closure or something.
Was that what? Yeah.
You will keep arguing for closure, won't you?
I'm not avoiding it, but just maybe we could do, I don't know, was it, you know, the shopping trolley or the bank account or something a bit more interesting, maybe, kata?
Yeah. So, and then the final two glads are, we had a viewer, which may have been Ben, but I see we've got someone called James who's also joined us, so hello James. And then streaming again. It's been really good fun, I think.
Yeah, and thanks to you, Mark. I think you made it happen today, so thank you.
That's no problem. I'm not around next week, so someone else has to make it happen.
Yes.
So yeah, but no, cool. Thank you very much, both of you. I've had a lovely afternoon doing some code. I shall have to go now run before I'm the late parent doing the pickup. So I'll end the stream there. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.